When you refuse, then it has consequences as well. Because you may find that it is not the first time that you leave. You were here before. You did everything for yourselves, you enjoyed yourself. Now you are sent back here to say, now this is the time for you to live for others, not for yourself. Now when you refuse, then it's a problem, because there's no one who is just born for the purpose of being alive. You are born to do something. Some of the things that you were born to do are very difficult things, but Utrasa, I think, is one of them.
I cannot say there is a way to delay a calling, because nagimi ngabe calling ya delay or ngabe yadotshwa angithi akekho umuntu ojabulela kuba isangoma, akekho umuntu ojabulela kuba inyanga angithi, because now ifuzwa legama lokuthi uzoba inyanga noma ungalala ebusuku uphuphe bakutshele lonto leyo uqala ukushawa uvalo uyazi ukuthi impilo yakho seyiphelile.
Tell me, how do you then know that you have a calling? What is it? How do you know?
With me, Kitlabuwa Kanda,
Yeah.
personally, we knew from Kisantake Mnyanura I had a calling, but you know, because I love school so much, I always associated sangomas with filthiness and barbaric. So I would say, okay, no, I'll do it afterwards. I'll do it after school. Then I did my matric. Then I did my first degree. There was nothing wrong. Then I did my honors. But you could tell, because I would go to a doctor with a headache, and then you think, okay, no, it's a migraine. I had problem with my feet, with my legs. And then I'd go to specialists, and they couldn't find anything.
There are people, for instance, who I know, instead of when they have a calling Utrasa, then they run to the church and become Bazalwan to avoid that. Some succeed and some don't succeed.
And then it happened when we were driving to Bloemfontein with a colleague of mine. We had an accident, Rawa, from bridging, and then the car rolled and rolled and rolled and rolled and rolled several times. And then I was okay. No cut, nothing. And I keep telling people that story. I'll never forget the first person who came, Musimi. It was a woman. She said to me, go fix your things. You know why, Huleso. There are people like me, unfortunately or unfortunately, who are forced to go through this. You are forced. And I always tell people, in most cases, they run away. They run. We run, make
Why
excuses.
do we run? Tell me,
because
why do people run?
You know, it's a burden.
If you are not in a hurry, you listen to the inner voice. The inner voice will tell you what your God wants, the God's purpose in you. So most of us are not following the purpose for which we came into the world. We are following what other people have converted us to.
1997 kulake ngiqale ngahlupheka khona kakhulu. Ngiboniswa izinto nami engizothi bengazi understand. Ngizothi kunomhlaba omunye bengiphila kuwo, yethi ngiphila kulomhlaba esiphila kuwo.
You cannot have a calling without knowing that it's a calling, because it's not something that happens on a daily basis to you or to everybody. So you will discover a calling because you will have you will experience the divine or the spiritual world